if you want roast chicken and I wanted steak, we always had chicken.
You know, I mean, he conquered the last levels test in Charles Jourdain with sort of relative ease, and as a minus 225 favorite in this one, Nathaniel Wood is near the top of the card, fighting again in front of his hometown crowd, and doing so against kind of a low-key UFC legend at this point, Andre Touchy Fili, who somehow, even though we've been seeing him fight for what seems like forever, the dude's only 33 years old, been with the promotion for essentially a decade, and throughout that tenure, I mean, he's picked up a lot of nice wins. Charles Jourdain comes to mind, similar to what Nathaniel Wood just did most recently. Bill Algeo, Miles Jury, he's got a lot of early wins as well, but he does have some losses too. So we know Touchy Fili as basically the quintessential levels test for 145. How good are you really? And if you really are that good, you should be able to beat Touchy Fili. So I'm interested to see if Nathaniel Wood is that good. And most recently, the guy we saw against Charles Jourdain definitely fit the part and really solidified why he has so much hype. I mean, he did have that one lone setback to Casey Kenny, and he got finished by John Dodson, but that was like the last minute of the third round in a fight where John Dodson had lost every second, but just slept Nathaniel Wood with a YOLO meat bomb. And from there, you really saw the growth and maturity of Nathaniel Wood, and you saw him refine his skill set throughout that time afterwards. So I'm interested to see if he's able to take out this levels test in Fili. What do you think, meat boy? Do you think Touchy Fili gets this one done, or is this another coming out party at the O2 for Nathaniel Wood?
Yeah, you know, I think this is another O2 come out for Nathaniel Wood, the prospect. I think he's going to demolish Andre Fili. Andre Fili versus, you know, Jourdain was very competitive. I actually had Jourdain winning that fight, even though it was a split and Fili got the better end. But Nathaniel Wood versus Jourdain was not competitive whatsoever. So MMA math isn't a thing, but I just don't see Andre Fili knocking out Wood. I think Wood's me too strong, too fast, just too good in general. But Max Holloway did say Andre Fili is the hardest hitting puncher he's ever been punched by, so Andre Fili could get it done with a YOLO meat bomb, but I just don't see it. So I'm riding with Tapology meatheads, and I'm going with the, you know, the favorite in this one, Nathaniel Wood.
Yeah, it's a good point when discussing the Jourdain contest, because that fight between Wood and Jourdain wasn't really close, but Fili versus Jourdain was definitely razor thin and could have gone either way for sure. But in this one, I mean, it's Fili, you touched on it, Max Holloway is the hardest hitter. He's also going to have a 5-inch reach advantage and a 5-inch height advantage, so the dude is pretty massive for 145, and we know Nathaniel Wood is sort of a small, more meathead, grind-em-out wrestler type. Do you anticipate this playing out on the feet, or will it be in Nathaniel Wood's best interest to take this fight to the mat, utilize his grappling, and try to sort of out-muscle the longer, lanky Touchy Fili?
Yeah, you know, this is definitely an interesting matchup because, yeah, Fili has that reach. I mean, Nathaniel Wood is 5'2", so on paper, Fili should get it done. But someone 5'2" with the skill of Nathaniel Wood, almost like OGM, it's just somehow they just have everyone's numbers. So I think this is one of those matchups. Nathaniel Wood wins even with his little body.
Yeah, I kind of buy that, and Tapology, like you said, is seeing it the same way. 90% rolling with Wood. Basically, all of it is beige for the decision. 10% rolling with Touchy Fili. Any chance Nathaniel Wood gets a finish in this one, or is it just too gritty of an opponent that it's pretty unlikely and beige decision most likely comes?
Probably a decision, but it would not surprise me because Wood carries some crazy power, and Fili is definitely susceptible to being hit. So I don't know. We'll see how that goes, but Wood's going to put some hits on him, that's for sure.
Yeah, Ward, I'm seeing the same way, Meat Boy. I'm going to roll with Nathaniel Wood, probably by decision, but I don't think it's crazy to assume that Fili has a chance in this one because, again, Touchy Fili is always in every single fight. Sometimes he loses early like he did against Joe Anderson Britu, but oftentimes he tests guys. So if this opponent, Nathaniel Wood, doesn't come correct, then he might get slept by one of those long, lanky meat bombs. But with the other way, going to go Wood by decision. Any last thoughts on this one?
No, it's a fun fight. Don't comment who you taking and why. And make sure to smash that subscribe. Check out the other videos.